Namaste. Welcome to today's satsang. Today, we will be answering the question, how to silence the mind. An answer is not with me. The answer is with Dattatreya Bhagwan, the song of Avadhut. We're gonna read one verse from it, and I will be expressing it in my own words to make it more easy for you to recognize the duality and the non-duality of your existence. This is the book that I'm reading from. The worldly turmoil produced by rajo-guna has no effect on me. The suffering produced by tamo-guna has no effect on me. The pleasure of righteousness produced by sattva-guna has no effect on me. I am nectarean knowledge, unchanging bliss. I am everywhere like space. The worldly turmoil produced by rajo-guna has no effect on me. The suffering produced by tamo-guna has no effect on me. The pleasure of righteousness produced by sattva-guna has no effect on me. I am nectarean knowledge, unchanging bliss. I am everywhere like space. Here, Dattatreya Bhagwan makes us distinguish between the three guna of the life through which we experience our perspectives of the experiences we have in our daily lives, which is sattva, rajas, and tamas. These three gunas are from which this experience of reality arises within us. For example, if you have a sattva gun within you, you will have a life full of bliss and righteousness within you and outside you. You will remain in unchanging bliss forever. But if you carry rajas guna as a transient nature of your own experience, you will experience a little anger, jealousy towards people, because this rajas always looks for a power to control. And tamas is the controller of rajas. All the established thing that rajas personality carries is now produced towards tamas guna, resulting at the experience of illnesses within the body and outside the body, which comes as experience of disharmony within family and within people relationships. Not only this, it also consists of making you go into poverty and have desirelessness within, just because you will not be able to achieve anything in life. All the things that you are suffering is because of your nature of tamas within you, the disharmony. The three gunas everybody has, but the one that is dominant decides the experience of your reality. Let me give you an example. There's an employee that goes to office every day. He has the same boss as others. Boss tortures him as others. Everybody, every employee in the company experiences different kinds of thoughts towards the boss. The one with sattva-guna is pleased that the boss is giving him instructions to work according to him so that he or may get some growth in the future. And he is constantly working hard to make it possible. A one that is with rajas is always in competition, always has a fire within himself to reach more than the boss and to achieve more than the company he is in. He will not have hatred towards boss, but will have a competitive mindset, which will make him work, but with a jealousy and of desire of power within. And tamas. One with a tamas dominant nature will always perceive the situation as against him. He will have a torturous mindset towards the boss. He will always live in a disharmony even if the boss is being nice to him. Because the mindset that he carries is a tamasic in nature. And that will create disharmony between the relationship that he has with the boss, creating another problem in achieving the dreams and the desire of the person what he wants. These are the three gunas. But the question arises here. Bhagwan Dattatreya says that these three gunas have no effect on me. But the question arises is, if it has no effect on me, how is it creating my reality and my perspective of looking at it? Because I have the experience of tamas, rajas and sattva all together. Somebody in my family is a rajas dominated, somebody is tamas, and somebody is sattva. I, on regular basis, see people who go through all these three states of mind. How is it having no effect on me? Because it is extremely my experience that in a tamasic nature, I suffer. I come into the disharmony of my own nature. And in Rajasic, I'm always looking for power and to transcend the world or to gain the highest control over everything. And in Sattva, I am going towards God, looking for harmony and having peace within myself as the result of following the path of spirituality. And everybody goes through these three dominant natures in their lives. So they have the experience of each every time. So how and why Dattatreya Bhagwan is saying that it has no effect on him? Is it that Dattatreya Bhagwan is the avatar of the pure Sattva, pure Shiva, and has no effect of Sattva, Tamasic and Rajasic effect on him? Is it what God is trying to say here? Will I always suffer in the sattvic, tamasic, and rajasic nature of my mind? Or is there any way that I can transcend? These are the questions that appears to a human mind when it comes to the shloka that we just read. This Avadhut Gita is not about the Dattatreya Bhagwan. The Dattatreya Bhagwan has no need or any competition within or have any desire for God to make this written for you. He didn't wrote this for you, either for himself. He wrote this because there is no difference between you and him. That is why you are able to transcend these three qualities. Every seeker has the question, how can I transcend? Because these three prominent nature of my mind and the states have the prominent experience of my reality. Here the Dattatreya Bhagwan says it has no effect on me. It is possible that these three don't have any effect on the Dattatreya Bhagwan himself, but it does have effect on me. How can I transcend it? If this is the question that arises within you, then you have come to the right place. Being with God made you cry for God. Being with power made you become fearful about losing it. Being with tamas has made you go into the disharmony with everything around you because you became so much of your own self. But my question to you arises, who are you? Are you tamas? Who experiences life as hatred? Are you rajas? Who have the desire to control everything in their lives? Or are you the devotee of God, which creates again the duality between you and your God? You may get a pleasure of righteousness within yourself, seeking God, but it will not lead you to the highest nature of your own self. Without knowing the nature of what you are, you won't be able to get anything further. Here, the Dattatreya Bhagwan says, I am the nectarean knowledge, the unchanging bliss, like the space. Know yourself as the knowledge, the gyan, the unchanging bliss, unaffected bliss, not something that you get out of something, not something that you get out of devotion, not something that you get out of power, or not something when you get out of disharmony. It is something that you experience as your own self. I am like a space, untouchable, unexperienceable. Nothing and everything emerges out of me. I am the Gyan. There is always a difference between an eyesight and sight. The sight is the observer, and the eyesight is observed. This takes us to the form of duality because words always are limited. But there is something that is aware of eyesight and sight. That one says that my eyesight are weakened now, that my eyesight are stronger now. That one who is aware of past, tamas, now, rajas, and future, sattva, is unchangeable. And it has always been like this. Know yourself to be that. Know yourself to be nectar of knowledge, the unchanging bliss. Like the space. Know yourself to be observer, the witness of everything that comes and goes, with you being untouched. If you have tried yoga, if you have tried being good, devotion, trusting God, if you have come to a place of bhakti where you have realized that nothing fulfills you from within, even if you trust and believe the God most, you are still looking for the truest form of God, then here, that is for what you are looking. Somebody in this world may come to you, a guru or a god, and tell you, be selfless. Don't be selfish. But even through getting so much of knowledge, even through getting so much of experience as goodness and kindness, you still think about yourself because you cannot lose yourself. Because you are not something that can be loosened. Realize yourself as that. That is what you're looking for. You are not looking for me, you are not looking for anything else. You are knowledge, you are Gyan. That's all I have for today. Namaste.